Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Dahlia and you guys can already tell what we're doing here. Today I am resetting my Animal Crossing island and we are restarting. If you guys saw my last video, you would know that I finished Grim Isle, which was my witchy medieval abandoned island. If you haven't already seen that video, feel free to check it out. I do have a full island tour and I also released my dream address too, so I will have that linked in the description of the video if you would like to check that out. And yeah, so we're starting brand new today. I just reset my island and it's so funny to me how you can spend like how many hours making an Animal Crossing island. Like this last island took me like 5 months to make and it takes like 5 seconds to delete your island. So yeah. So what we're doing today is we're looking for a new island. The only thing I wanted is that I didn't want my I wanted new starting villagers, like a new jock and a new sisterly, like so someone I've never had before, just to kind of mix it up. I also really wanted either a green or a yellow airport, just because I'm going to be setting this island in spring, so I wanted something very spring core-esque. And then other than that, the only thing it was kind of weird, but I really didn't want my plaza to be in the flyover. I wanted my entire flyover just to be an area I can fully decorate without having my plaza in it. So that's essentially it. Nothing else really came to mind as I was kind of like planning this. I knew my theme. I kind of knew the name. The thing is with me, I plan these themes like months in advance. But when it comes to picking out like the layout of the island and everything, like these 4 didn't work, so I immediately reset. It only took me about like 5 tries, 6 tries to reset. I was gonna pick this one, but then I realized it was literally the island layout I just had. Like literally my exact map I just had. Notice how like the airport is perfect. It's far enough away, the plaza. But I literally just had this one, so, and nothing else appealed to me, so I closed it again. I almost pressed it, and then I'm like, wait, this looks like eerily familiar. And then I looked at these ones all looked okay. Kind of like the top one, kind of like the one on the bottom left. Wasn't 100% set on it, but I'm like, okay, we'll try it, we'll see what it looks like. My plaza was in my flyover, which I was not happy with. I thought it would be further to the left on the map than it looked like it was. And then unfortunately I got an orange airport, but I also got Boots and Agnes, both of whom I've already had as starters, and it was an orange airport, which I did not want. So reset again. This is our 3rd, 4th try. I'm not quite sure. I think the most retries I've reset to find the perfect map was like 30 or 40 plus tries, which to some people sounds like crazy, but like, you want the perfect map. You can't change where your plaza is, you can't change the color of your airport, and I know it might not matter to some people, but if it's something like native fruit or the flowers you choose, like to me that's not the important part. It's about making sure you have the layout you want. Once again, I accidentally picked one that did have the plaza in the flyover, but it's not too bad. I probably could have handled it just fine. But then look at my starting villagers. I immediately shut my game. I didn't even let my villager get out of the airport. I just shut it completely. So I went through a couple more map selections. Didn't like this one. Didn't like these ones. Didn't like these ones. Nothing was sticking to me. Like nothing was like, yeah, this looks really good. This looks really good. I'll choose this one. But then I saw the one on the bottom left. Notice how close the plaza is to the beach. I've always wanted to do a plaza that's really close to the edge, not too close to my airport, but close to the plaza, so or close to the beach, so I don't really have a lot of area around the plaza to decorate. And I'm like, you know what, let's give ourselves a challenge and do something like this. So decided to go with this one. The closest I've ever had my plaza to my airport, or just to the edge of my map, was like 10 or so odd spaces. And I didn't even end up finishing that island. I reset that island without ever finishing it. So I've never really given myself the task of trying to do a plaza like this. But I thought we'd give ourselves a little challenge. It'd be fun to kind of mix it up. I'm always like, let's try to get my plaza as far away from my airport as possible, yada yada yada. But it's totally fine. So you did see my plaza in my flyover. Not a big deal to me. It's totally fine. Green airport, and I got Hiiiii and Pashmina as my starters. I love them both. I've never had either of them on an island before, and I felt, I don't know, it felt fitting to choose this island. Kind of wish my villager wasn't wearing a Aloha Hawaiian shirt, but other than that, I'm not mad at it. Look how close the plaza is to my beach. This is gonna be so interesting to decorate. Oh my god. Okay, so we landed on the island. We're doing our little introductions, and you guys are probably wondering, what is my island theme? What are we doing for this island? And you guys have watched a couple of my videos. If you follow me on Twitter, you'd probably have like a kind of an idea of what I'm doing. So my island is going to be set in spring. We are going to be doing a spring themed island. I'm very excited to get back to doing like a theme where like the trees are green and there's like green grass on the ground, because my last two islands so far have been a winter and a fall island. And even though fall is my absolute favorite time of year in game to decorate, I'm very excited to get back to like the green grass, especially the early March grass, like the early spring grass is like my favorite. It looks so pretty. So yeah, so you guys are probably wondering, what is my theme? What are we doing here? So I just quickly have to go set up my tent, and I sadly screwed up the placement of the tents. I always put my tents on the beach, as most people do, and I should have put my tents on the beach in the middle of the island, like the one that's like directly in front of my plaza, but instead I placed them on this beach. But with the placement of them, I placed mine and then I placed Pashmina's, but due to the layout of the beach, I couldn't place Hiiii's. So Hiiiii is on the beach in the middle of the island. So I really like having all my like starting tents all together, or like the starting houses. So I'm kind of annoyed that like I screwed it up all just because I placed Pashmina's tent in the wrong spot. But I placed Hiiii's tent, not a big deal. And then we proceeded with the festivities. I'm not going to go through every part of the intro. You guys have seen this 1,000 times, but yeah, you're definitely wondering what my theme is. Sorry for postponing the chat and kind of like prolonging this, but like I kind of wanted to get to the part where we were picking the name for the island, because if you guys remember me talking about how I wanted to do a kidcore island, this is what we're doing. We are doing a kidcore island. But instead of your traditional like there's so many different variations of kidcore. I'm doing a pastel kind of cottagey grandma vintage kind of style of kidcore, and my island name is going to be Tea Cozy, which I thought was so cute and so fitting. A lot of my island theme names center around food for some reason. Like we've had guava, we've had honey oats, and I loved the idea of kind of like a vintage grandma core, cottage core island named Tea Cozy. And it's gonna be pastel colors, so like think pink, yellow, purple, white, green. It's just, I'm just so excited. I think it's gonna be such a fun island theme, and it's definitely different than what I'm used to because I've never done kidcore before, and I'm definitely focusing, that is the main theme on the island, and like the color scheme and like the villagers are kind of follow along with like the sub themes of like the cottage-esque grandma. Like when I said grandma, I meant like very cutesy, cottagey, like, you know what I mean? It kind of sounds weird when I say it like that, but just think like very, very like soft colors and you know, things like that. Basically, it's pastel kidcore with a cottage core vibe, and then all my villagers are gonna be like related to that theme. You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Do you guys like the theme? Do you guys like the theme? Do you guys like the island name? I quickly went in my house, pitching up my tent, and we're gonna call it a night and then wrap up today's video. It was a very, very simple introduction video to the theme, to the island. I'll go into further detail in my next video for it, but I wanted to give you guys a brief little rundown. I'm still kind of working out like the overall idea and exactly how much kidcore I want to like fully go into it with, because I've seen so many amazing kidcore islands, but I'm trying to like incorporate my own spin on it. And I've never done kidcore before, so this is gonna be my own version of this theme. I've done natural islands, I've done cottagecore, so like that's not new to me, but I definitely think the whole kidcore thing is like completely uncharted territory for me, which I'm trying to do with a lot of my other islands. My last 3 islands have definitely been completely different to me, like all my city islands. Like I'm currently working on another city island, as I'm now going to be working on this one. But yeah, that's it. Welcome to Tea Cozy. It's gonna be really weird saying that name, Tea Cozy, but it's very cute. Very, very cute. I'm very happy with it. Pashmina's hanging out in the top right. I already love her and Iggly. I've been playing on this island for about 2 days now, as I'm doing the voice recording for this, and I love them both. It doesn't take much for me to fall in love with a villager. All I have to have is have them on my island for like 1 second and I fall in love with them. But anyways, I hope you guys liked today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and turn those post notifications on. And I don't have reactions yet, so I'm just gonna run off screen, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!